Welcome back, David Onama, man. Impromptu Octagon Chronicles. This is technically number 9, but we've had you in studio before, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, man. The
Feels
mic is your home. I feel like it's going to become your home. You're going to be more and more on the mic talking to like Michael Bisping. But
right.
How was it? Who did you talk to last time after Benitez?
It was who did I talk to?
Was it Bisping?
No, it was Paul Felder.
Paul Felder.
Yeah, that's who
right.
it was.
That guy's cool too. And
yeah, man, he's hella dope.
You got people showing you love. I saw like RG3.
Yeah.
Did you watch him in college? And
I did.
NFL?
Yeah. Yep. Watched them. Grew up watching them. And then him like my cousin told me that he tweeted me because I didn't know. I'm like, no, he didn't. He's like, bro, RG3 tweeted you out. I'm like, what? Did he? First, I didn't believe him, and I'm like, bro, take a screenshot and send it to me. And then he take a screenshot and he sent it to me. And I'm like, man, he really did this.
You're like, wow, dude.
You know what I mean? So, took a screenshot and shared it on my Instagram. Like, man, the GOAT just tweeted this. That's
I think he works at ESPN too. It's
Does
like,
he?
yeah. So like people at ESPN are like seeing you, like and stuff. Like I'd say like you're a budding star in this sport. Like,
yeah.
Do you feel that way? Like you've grown so much in the past like year or most, or like it's just. People start to know, yeah. But like you always kind of knew.
Yeah, it's like
you like made those strides? Like you think like in the past year?
I mean, I feel like I'm there, but I'm really not there yet.
Yeah.
It's like my first win in the UFC. Obviously I came a long way, but then there's times where I'm just like, damn, I feel like I'm still not there yet. I gotta keep pushing.
I have
I'm
to.
Still not. It's like I'm there, but I'm still not. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get better every day and just.
It's hard to like look at you, David. Like you're shining, bro. You're really shining.
It's
man.
like I don't feel it. That's the thing. I'm like, am I really shining? Am I really doing this? People tell me, but then I'm like, I don't really see it.
Yeah. Well,
like I said, it's like I'm there, but I'm really not there. I'm just trying to get better and just keep.
It's happening. You stay humble and like you see it. I want to talk about Gabriel Benitez fight.
Yeah.
Real quick, like it looked, and for me, you tell me if I'm like wrong in any way.
Yeah.
It looked like when he closed the distance, you allowed him to close the distance just so you could get off like your big one. You let him get close, and so you can drop like the hammer on him. Was that your game plan? Because obviously, like you have power for days. It's just
so my game plan was for Benitez was to close that distance on him because he's a really good body kicker, leg kicker. He's really good, fast hands. So me and my coaches worked on, closing that distance on him to where he can't kick as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he got some good leg kicks. Like, were you hurt at all in that fight at any moment? Or
with the leg kicks, body kicks, I wasn't really hurt. But with the body, like when he threw the uppercut to the body, that hurt me a little bit. But I just had my poker face on and just kept walking him down. You know what I mean? He threw a couple of head kicks, which was really good. Low kick. Inside, outside. But didn't really hurt as much. The only thing that really hurt it was like the body shots. He was really landing them and, he was ripping them. And it was hurting me, but I just wasn't showing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like once I show it, that's when he's going to, you know what I mean, like put more pressure on me. So it's good to have that poker face to where, he doesn't know that I'm hurt.
Exactly.
That's why I'm so good at what I do, not showing people how hurt I am or if I ever get hurt.
Give them a no-tell.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So.
It's like, then, like, towards the end of the round, it looked like, you might step off the gas, but you stepped on the gas, and you just unleashed, like, they counted on the broadcast. It was like a 15-punch combo. Like, after you hit him the first time, did you know, like, I'm going to finish Gabriel Benitez right here. Like, this is my time.
Yeah, I knew once he hit me in my eye, I'm like, yeah, it's time. Because the first one, I just kind of just seen things, you know what I mean, seeing what he's good at, trying to figure out his weakness, And I feel like I just kind of hold up too long on that to where that's when he hit me, like to where I lost vision, I couldn't see. And I'm like, all right, it's like enough with the studying. Like, I gotta put this kid out, or I'm gonna get hurt even worse. You know what I mean? I couldn't see, so and then my coaches was like, man, just go, like you gotta go after this kid now. You know what I mean? That's when I just put that more pressure on him, through that left hook and through the, two to the right in the middle. And, I saw him go back. I'm like, all right, I think I got it. I got to I gotta finish this fight.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful knockout. Like we'll show it on the screen, but
Yeah.
like was your like you put him out on his feet, like he was out. Gabriel Benitez is no slouch. It's like if you're an MMA fan, you know Gabriel Benitez. And
oh, bro,
he's a stud.
He is, man. I actually grew up just watching him. Like I was I think I had just like my 5th pro fight, and I was watching him like it was like when he fought Sadiq Yusuf.
Yeah.
And, you know, a good friend of mine, Ben Elmore, was like, yo, you need to watch this fight. It's at 145. You know what I mean? You might end up fighting these guys in the future. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
he knew.
Yeah, he knew. And I'm like, wow, he might be right. So put the phone down and I started watching the fight. You know, and it was Benitez versus Sadiq Yusuf. You know, I'm like, man, this would be a good fight for me, you know? So, you know, a couple of years later, you know, I'm freaking fighting. Fighting Benitez, and my boy just told me, "Yo, you're gonna end up fighting this dude. It's like watch the film. You know, put your phone away and like study him. You know what I mean? End up being Gabriel Benitez. You know,
that's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest thing you've noticed with UFC competition? Everyone's so good at that level. It's like, you know, there's people everyone has their own story in the UFC. Everyone like has either sacrificed a lot or have just been so good to the point, you know, like they're in the UFC. There's no really bad fighters in the UFC. Like, what have you noticed about the competition in general with your 2 fights at least?
For me, I feel like the competition is high. Like, you know what I mean? It's the UFC. Everybody you fight, it's gonna be good. And you might go into a fight where you don't know if you're gonna win or lose. You know what I mean? You just gotta have that I'm gonna win no matter what. You know what I mean?
You have to have like some.
Yeah, you gotta have that I'm gonna win no matter what mentality. You know, you can't go out and be like, oh, I'm about to lose this fight. For me, it's tougher fights now. You know, but like I can compete. You know, with this people, like with this fighter, I can compete. You know where I'm at. You know, nothing changed. It's just tougher, man. Tougher fights. I mean, better pay.
That's for sure.
You know what I mean? It's a better pay, it's a tougher fight. You know what I mean? So
it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. I'm all in for it, man. You know, this is where I belong, and I'm gonna be here for a very long time, man. So
I see it. I believe it. You got the $50K bonus that night after finishing Benitez. Like, how was that? Like, was it life changing for you, or was it like? I mean, I remember last time you were in here, you were talking about that BMW you want, like, the old James Krause mobile, like. That's the car you want.
Yeah.
Like now you're able to like do these things now. Was that like a big moment for you or?
It was, man. That that whole night just changed my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, because I was talking about, man, winning the $50K bonus, and that really changed my life, man. Like, you know, I'm at a place in my life now, like where like I was dreaming of being, and I'm finally here. You know, like it's still only the beginning, but I just want to, you know, get better. So, but yeah, man, it changed my life, man. Like,
are you gonna get the BMW? Is that, or are you on? I saw you posted. What did you post? You posted Ferrari.
Yeah, that's my boy's. That's Ben's Corvette. He lets me drive it. You know, it's a little motivation for me. You know. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You like? Is that a car you want or?
No, I want the BMW M3. Yeah. That just something just motivate me more, you know. But I want the M3.
What do you think James would say? You pull up in a BMW M3. You're like, hey man, like this was you at one point.
He'll love it. He'll like, oh, you should have that. Now you got it. I'm kind of following his footsteps, you know.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I'm not gonna get it yet because I don't want to get a car that I don't have the money for. Like BMWs are, you know, expensive, so I want to have that money, and then because the maintenance is high, man, you know.
Yeah, save it up for real. It's because it's like an out-of-country car, but
yeah, you know.
You got more than $50K, right? Like you got, but Benitez didn't miss weight.
He did.
He did.
He missed weight, and I took purse of 30% of his purse. Yeah, so shit.
Well, that's a big night for David.
Big night, man. Like I said, man, my whole life changed.
Yeah, and then before, I think Ben posted on Facebook, it's like before this check even cashed, you booked another fight. Like you were already ready to get back in there against Nate Landwehr. Yeah. Nate Landwehr is a good fighter. Like he surprised a lot of people against Ludovic Klein. Yeah. He was a big underdog in that fight. Came and, you know, put it on Ludovic Klein, and then, well, now he was supposed to draw David Onama. And I mean, why did you want to get right back in there?
Man, because right after that Benitez fight, I went right back to the gym and just started training again. So I just felt like I was already in fight camp. You know what I mean? Because right after that fight, went back to training. So when they called me, I was ready. And I was about 3 weeks out. I'm like, I'm good. And I feel like people that need, like, fighters that need a full camp, fighters that aren't training. Like, for me, I'm always training, so I don't really need a full
fight camp.
Yeah, I don't. I'm always in the gym, always training. So I don't really need a fight camp. Like, I was ready for that fight.
That's for, like, the 34-year-old fighters.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, they need a camp. Like me, I don't need a camp. You give me 3 weeks and I'm going to show up and make weight no matter what.
I believe it. Like, wow. And then Nate Landwehr pulled out. Do you know why? Is there a reason Nate Landwehr pulled out?
No, there was no reasons. It just told me he pulled out. I'm like, I hope whatever it is he's going through, I hope goes well for him. I just left it at that, and got right back to training.
You think that's a fight down the line, or he's like, hey Nate, you pull it out, dude. Like you had the opportunity to fight me. Like I'm coming up in this game, and like Nate is too.
Yeah.
But like, is it like you think that could be run back?
Yeah, I wish we can run it back. You know what I mean? Either April or May. I wish we can run that fight back. Like I say, whatever issue he has going on, I don't really know much about it. So I can't really speak much about it. Because I don't know what the issue is with probably family issues. You never know. So,
but like April, May, that's when.
Yeah,
get back in.
Yeah. I just hope we run it back in May.
Okay. Like would you like to be on a pay-per-view card? Or you like a fight night? You fought in the Apex twice now, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to fight in front of the fans now, and this is why I really wanted to fight. It was in Columbus, Ohio. It was in front of the fans.
Dawkins and Blades.
Yeah, like that's where I wanted to fight, man. They kind of show out more. Like fans and everybody's gonna be out there. My first fight with fans in the UFC. Man, I was looking forward to it. Until it got pulled out. I'm like, dang. But then everything happens for a reason, so I can't speak too much on it. But just to get better.
It's all about time, and
right.
It'll find you. And
yeah, and it was the main card too. Like, I was starting off the main card.
You'll have that. Like people want to see you fight. I feel like people are itching to get like even if they're like aren't realizing like once they see your name on the card, they're like, oh shit, this dude is.
I feel like this is why they put me on the main card on this one, because they saw what I did to Gabriel and what I did to Mason Jones. It's like they know I'm coming to fight, so why would you put that in the prelims? You know what I mean? Like you want those fights on the main card.
Yeah, you and Mason Jones was an amazing fight. That was your UFC debut. Last time you were in, you weren't in the UFC yet, and so like all this stuff has happened. It's just like there's so much to talk to you about in this setting, and Mason Jones. Really high level prospect, tough guy.
Dude, hella durable.
You took the fight on 4 days' notice, and I mean, minus the takedowns, like you stood in there and you outstruck Mason Jones. Like that was beautiful. Like how was that performance? And then now you guys are cool.
Yeah, we're good now. It's all like it's sport, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's always gonna be love, no matter what. You know what I mean? We talked on Twitter. He gave me a shout out. I shared it, gave him some love. We kept it at that. We're cool. So we're not close, but we're still. It's all good.
What was that fight like for you?
Man,
UFC debut. Like.
That shit was crazy, man. Like when I got the news, I'm like, what? This shit is really happening. And I got the news like 4:00 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like my phone was blowing up, and I thought I was dreaming. I'm like, why's my phone going off like this? Like this never happens. You know what I mean? It's like 4:00, no, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. My phone is going off. I'm half asleep, and someone just told me like, man, check that phone, bro. Like it might be some good news. And I'm like, man, I just woke up, checked it. It was my head coach James Krause, Joe Wooster. My manager, Jason House. Yeah, everybody was calling me. So I'm like, man, this might be a fight or something. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? So I saw the crowd text me like, yo, hit me back as soon as possible. So I'm like, oh man, this gotta be good news. Yeah. So I call him. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, yo, man, I think we got a fight for you in Vegas. You know what I mean? And I didn't even ask who it was. Like,
I didn't even ask.
Then I asked the name. Then I asked the weight. I'm like, man, let's go, let's get it. Wow. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, man, let's go. Like I don't care about who it was, what weight it was. You know what I mean? I started asking questions when I got to Vegas. Like, all right, who? You knew it was UFC though. Like Cross told me it was gonna be like UFC fight. So, man, see, like, man, fly out to Vegas as soon as possible. So, I booked a ticket and just one way to Vegas, man.
One way Vegas, about to get in a fight. Like,
yeah, on 4 days,
crazy.
man. I'm on vacation, eating junk food, like, drinking all type of shit.
After that call, like, do you go back to sleep, or is it like, I can't?
Oh, bro, I didn't even sleep. I was so excited, man. I didn't even sleep till, like, the next
couple days.
Yeah, man. It's just because I had to get there, like, start doing physicals, like eye exam, blood work.
What's the Apex like?
It's a little smaller.
It's smaller. Like, it looks huge. I've never seen it, but like I saw like you and Hefe sparring in the cage they got in there. It looks like a big place. Like,
Nah, that was the Performance Institute, to where you can go and train and work out.
Those are different places.
Yeah. So the Apex.
I thought the Apex was the PI. Were like.
Nah, the PI is
one
different.
and the same.
No, it's
Oh.
different. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
PI is big then.
PI is big. PI is huge, but the Apex is a little smaller arena with, with fans a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Are they close in distance?
About.
Apex and PI.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
About so.
Have you talked to the boss man, Dana?
I did.
Yeah.
After that Benitez fight, man, he called me to his office. That's when he gave me that 50K, man. It was crazy, man. Because I was going to the hospital. That's why I didn't do my post-fight interview, because my injuries in my eye. So he was like, man, they told me go to the hospital, go get checked out. But I'm like, man, like, I want to do the post-fight interview. Like, man, it was with Laura Senko.
With Laura, of course.
Yeah, they was like, nah, man, go get checked out. So I'm like, all right. Went back to the doctor. They was looking at my eye and stuff like that. And then that's when Dana was like, hey, I want to speak to David Onama. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
how's that conversation go? Like, was he just...
He was like, wow, man. He's like, man, you're wild, man. You're incredible, man. Great fight, man. I saw your UFC debut, man. You showed out. You came out here, you fight a veteran, and, you do that to him, man. I'm like, you're exciting, you're fun to watch, man. I'm like, he was like, man, that's performance of the night, and gave me a bonus. I'm like, man, it's crazy. It's my first time meeting him, took a picture with him. I'm like, damn, because remember when he came to Kansas City for the Dana White looking for a fight?
Yep.
And I was like, man, I wanted to meet him, but I didn't.
And yeah, you were already in the UFC at that point.
Yeah, that's when I fought. Yep, I was already in the UFC. Yep. I just never really met him in person. Mm-hmm. And I always told myself, man, I want to meet him, but it just never happened. So right after this fight, that's when, I finally met him in his own office. It's like what I was talking about happened,
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy for me, bro.
So, yeah, it's like the timing thing. Like, you didn't meet him at FAC 12. Like, that night was crazy.
And I really wanted to meet him, man. Like, bad.
Yeah.
But
I think everyone in the building wanted to meet him. Like, he's a different, like, he really changed the game. Like, really changed everything about this sport. And big reason why so many people love it. But it's like, and then you got some love from, like, Terrance Mckinney as well.
Yeah, man. Good dude, man. We became friends on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me up like, yo, man, great fight, man. Good fight. Hell of a beast. And I was messing back. And I just started talking to him, following him on Twitter. Talking to him more in there. And we never met in person, but we're cool on the social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Sharing each other's page and, fight, supporting each other, stuff like that.
And yeah, like Terrance McKinney's on a freaking streak too. Like he just lost his last fight against Dober, but I mean, still.
The guy's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
We took the fight like what, in like a week or so, maybe.
Last week.
When he fought Dober, was it a week?
It was last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he took it on like 2 weeks' notice or something like that.
Was it?
Not even.
Nah,
It was like a week,
I could have sworn it was a week. I think it was a week.
You might be right.
Yeah, it took it a week.
Is that like, you think you'll be doing that in the future? Like maybe a week? If like a fight, 2 fights within 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just fought Benitez. Now I got,
Another one? Dana, call this man. Like,
man. Like I said, man, if you need a full camp, bro, you're not training. Like,
it's true.
I'm 27, young, in my prime. Like, I'm hungry, man. I'm ready to fight. I can fight this week and next week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good, man. I'm not injured. Like, nothing's wrong with me. Like, I'm ready. I'm always ready, man. So
like after, let's say the Nate fight doesn't get booked.
Yeah.
How close are you to the rankings, you think? Like maybe one more? Mason Jones is like in the rankings, I think, or he's pretty damn close. How close are you?
Like I said, man, it's my first win. I feel like if I would have beat what's it called?
Mason Jones.
No, not Mason Jones.
Nate.
Yeah. I feel like if I would have took him out, maybe I'd get more eyes on me to where they're gonna want me to fight the guy, the top 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now the fight got pulled out. Now I don't really know where I'm at now. You know, so I'm like, I was getting close, but now after this, Nate pulled out, I'm like, dang, I don't have that.
That's a little thing.
Yeah, it kind of sent me back down low. You know what I mean? Like I wanted my name to be up. You know.
Do you want to be like fast track? Do you think? Do you want that quick ascension to the top, like kind of like McKinney was asking for, and like you wanted to get there quick.
That's what I want. That's fast track, yeah. That's what I wanted to be Nate and just keep going.
So you want the tough fights, like I mean every fight is tough in the UFC, but like you'll see the UFC say about like Sean O'Malley,
right?
Like, yeah, we're gonna take our time with this guy, but
not me. I'm ready to fight. I want to go. Like I can fight every week, like every week I can go, man. Like I ain't got shit else to do. Like what else am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I love this shit. It's. But we did this impromptu. It's in the daytime because we couldn't do it at night. But you're going to Alabama. What are you going to Alabama for?
Just visit my friends a little bit. They flew me out, so I'm gonna go out there and have some, enjoy some time with them, eat some crawfish, and just kick back a little bit.
Crawfish,
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had.
For real?
No, it's like not something I've ate before.
Oh man, you missing
good?
out. Yeah, it's good. No, you missing out. You never had crawfish? What?
They don't do that like in Missouri. I feel like.
I mean, they have places where you can go and.
Like where?
I don't know, but they got some places. I don't know, but they got it.
I need to try it. Like, it sounds good. Like, people make it sound like it's really good.
Bro, we should all go one time. Like, I'll find a place for us and we'll go out.
I'm down with that. And yeah, you go to First Watch a lot.
Yeah, with my teammates, Jeff Molina, Mohammed, Micah. Like, literally every morning we'll just go out there.
Where's no free brands, but like you got to get the sponsorship, man. Like you're giving them a lot of credit.
God,
it's a good place though. Like,
it's a good place, man, but it's so expensive.
You could afford it.
Nah.
Now you can.
No, I can't. Yeah, but still, I'm trying to save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like investing in anything, or is that?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. We're trying to get more bonuses in there. Start doing something.
Get more bonuses.
Yeah,
is that something you want to get into though?
Yeah, for sure. Like real estate and stuff like that with James Krause and Ben Elmore. Mm-hmm. So
do you bet on fights at all?
Nah, man, not at all. I want to get into it though.
Yeah, you got teammates that are like.
Yeah, it's like everybody's on it, and that's what I want to start doing here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Any like UFC Africa? That's gonna be a thing in the future. You think you're on that card? Do you want do anything to be on it?
Man, if that happens, man. I feel like I'm gonna blow up. Like that gotta happen, man. Like why not make that happen? You know what I mean? You got Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya, Francis Ngannou. Like I feel like, man, I feel like I'm on that next wave. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like
you're the first Ugandan fighter in the UFC.
Yeah.
What does it mean to like carry that country on your back?
Man, it means a lot, bro. Just having my people behind me. Everybody supporting me from back home, and I'm just showing love to them, carrying the flag, like everybody back home is showing me love, everybody's proud of me. Man, it means a lot to me, man. Awesome. Just having those kind of people behind you and just supporting you like that, it means a whole lot to me.
And you mentioned, like, obviously you had James Krause in your corner. You also have Ben Elmore in your corner, I think, both of your fights. I know Ben Elmore, I know him, like, he was a fighter, and he started his fight career, I think, like, a little later, but he was knocking out everybody. Like, the guy was a beast heavyweight.
Yeah, he's good.
What is your relationship like with him? How did it start? And was it through? Did you meet each other at like fighting, or have you known him for a while?
Yeah, I met him through fighting. When I used to go to what's it called, the other Glory. It's the one at Lee Summit because they moved. It was like the old building before this new building. So I met him at the old building. And training? Training. He was really good friends with Krause. That's one of Krause's best friend. And I felt like, he saw potential in me. It was like, Krause, like, this kid is good, like, let's keep an eye on him, And from there, man, I just started winning fights. And he was just watching me, man. He told me he was just watching me and just seeing how good I was. He always believed in me, and stuff like that. So, he's one of He's a good friend of mine, man. A guy really looks up to me even to today. Like since my amateur career to my pro, like being in UFC, he's always been there. You know, just helping me and him, Krause. Like just, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Been there for me since like day one. You know, still there for me, man.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah, he helped me out a lot, man.
Is
You know?
he hanging it up, or is he gonna fight again?
He might. He's talking about getting one more in.
I would like to see it, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, shit, let's get one more in. Why not? You know. But yeah, it'll be a good one if he gets back in there.
And then Krause, how's your guys' relationship grown over the years?
Oh man.
I know you started out with Zach Cummings.
Yeah, started with Zach coming my career. I'm trying to think. When did I start with Zach? Like right after high school, you know, was the first. Started up with him at the Northland location.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I was an amateur though, so I did all my amateur career with Zach. And then when I went pro, that's when I moved out to Lee Summit and started training under James Krause. And then from there, man, we just
Pro career clicked.
Yeah.
James, cool guy. Like,
yeah, man, hell of a good guy. It's hella
really
dope.
gets it. Is your new slogan knock their head off? Because like you'll just be sitting at first watch, probably thinking about the fight, and you're like, I'm gonna knock Benitez's head off.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna knock Nate's head off. Is that like gonna be your thing from now on? Like just a quick story post, like.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that, man. It's goofy. I'm like, man, fuck it. I just type it on there and just post it, and then everybody just look at it and comment like, fuck yeah, heck yeah, let's go. Like they call me like Onama, let's go. Yeah, it's something I just started doing. I don't know.
I like it. Well, David, I really appreciate you coming in, and I got a flight to catch, and I hope you enjoy your trip to Alabama and stuff. Maybe you enjoy some March Madness. I mean,
yeah,
you
for
haven't
sure.
watched it before.
Yeah,
or you probably have, but
yeah,
it's a good time. One of my favorite times of the year. Just good feelings, good
really?
screening.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to say before we go?
Nah, man. Thanks for having me back again, man.
Of course, man.
You know, it means a lot, man. I love being here, talking to you guys. You know, love
Anytime.
to get back in.
Anytime impromptu or at night or anytime. Like I'm down to get a David Onama like before a fight, after a fight.
Oh, bro, let's do it.
Anytime. So
I love it.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode number 9, Octagon Chronicles. This has been David Onama, Josh Beezy. Shout out my producer Micah. Thanks for being here today and chopping it up, doing everything you do, man. I really appreciate you. And tune in next week. We got another one coming up. Peace.
Right on. Thank you. Hey.
That was good.